صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Chapter on characteristic of the sun and the moon. The sun and the moon run on their fixed courses, exactly calculated with measured out stages for each for reckoning. Quran, chapter 55, verse 5. Mujahid said, "They move like the handmill," and others said, "with measured out stages in order to know the number of years, months, and the reckoning, etc., exactly calculated." Narrated Abu Dhar, may Allah be pleased with him, the Prophet, peace be upon him, asked me at sunset, "Do you know where the sun goes at the time of sunset?" I replied, "Allah and His Messenger know best." He said, "It goes, that is, travels, till it prostrates itself underneath the throne, and takes the permission to rise again. And it is permitted, and then a time will come when it will be about to prostrate itself, but its prostration will not be accepted. And it will ask permission to go on its course, but it will not be permitted. But it will be ordered to return whence it has come, and so it will rise in the west." And that is the interpretation of the statement of Allah, "And the sun runs on its fixed course for a term appointed." That is the decree of Allah, the Almighty, the All-Knowing. Quran, chapter 36, verse 38. Narrated Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The sun and the moon will be folded up, or joined together, or deprived of their lights on the day of resurrection." Narrated Abdullah bin Umar, may Allah be pleased with them, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The sun and the moon do not eclipse because of someone's death or life, that is birth, but they are two signs amongst the signs of Allah. So if you see them, that is, eclipse, offer the salah, eclipse prayer." Narrated Abdullah bin Abbas, may Allah be pleased with them, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The sun and the moon are two signs amongst the signs of Allah. They do not eclipse because of someone's death or life, that is birth. So if you see them, that is eclipse, remember Allah, that is, offer the eclipse prayer." Narrated Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, on the day of a solar eclipse, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, stood up to offer the eclipse prayer. He recited takbir, recited a long recitation of holy verses, bowed a long bowing, and then he raised his head saying, "Allah hears him who sends his praises to him." Then he stayed standing, recited a long recitation again, but shorter than the former, bowed a long bowing, but shorter than the first, then prostrated two long prostrations, and then performed the second rak'ah in the same way as he had done the first. By the time he had finished his salah, prayer, with taslim, the solar eclipse had cleared. Then he addressed the people, referring to the solar and lunar eclipses, saying, "These are two signs amongst the signs of Allah, and they do not eclipse because of anyone's death or life, that is birth. So if you see them, hasten for the salah, eclipse prayer." Narrated Abu Mas'ud, may Allah be pleased with him, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The sun and the moon do not eclipse because of the death or life, that is birth of someone, but they are two signs amongst the signs of Allah. So if you see them, offer the salah, eclipse prayer."